All right, here we go. Homeless guy reacts. Okay, we're instituting some changes for Champion Q World ahead of the World's group stage. We're expanding access to Champion Q for former pro players from World's qualifying leagues and LCS Academy. These new players must have reached Challenger and Solo Q this season, be currently located in NA, and undergo a review by the Champions Q Council. To retain Champions Q access, we're raising the rank requirement for amateur players to include having reached Challenger once this season. Greeting Summoners, Riot Whoopley here. I'm the product lead for Champions. I'm the product lead for Champions Q. Champions Q has gone through several iterations since we first launched it back in February. We spent this year steadily addressing pro player concerns such as an introduction of an MMR system, adjustment of our competitive schedule in summer, and general quality of life updates. We're really proud of the progress that we made and how we've been able to level up the product of Champions Q Worlds. Champions Q World is one of our chance to stretch the limits of what we've already built and overcoming challenges as part of the process. We've seen a lot of community discussion about the launch of Champions Q World, so we wanted to take some time to move more in-depth about it, as well as share a few updates ahead of the groups. Game quality. Champions Q has always actively evaluated players and his performances, adjusting access when necessary. Champions Q World is no different. Prior to the tournament, we made it clear that all the players would be able to step up, and the Champions Q Council would be aggressively adjusting reports in order to keep the game quality high. Since Champions Q's World went live, we've gotten feedback from pro players that quality game is more inconsistent than they'd like. After consulting the council, we intend to make the following access adjustments ahead of the group stage. In addition to the minimum requirement of Grandmaster, amateur players who have access to Champions Q must also have reached Challenger at least once this season to retain access. We believe that this change will provide a meaningful boost in the quality game for the pros while allowing the majority of the amateur players to remain on the server. Champions Q Council will also continue to monitor and review the reports to remove any players as necessary. Expanded access. When we launched the Champions Q, World's access list consisted of the original Champions Q, current LCS players, recent LCS players, double F full belter, current LCS Academy players, LCS amateur players as qualified from the Proving Ground circuit, current LL players, Champions Q Worlds, all completing Worlds players, or all competing Worlds players, bootcamping players from an active roster and the World qualifying team. Based on the recent community conversation as well as the feedback from Champions Q World participants, it has become clear that these categories are not as inclusive or everyone who would hope to be a good fit for Champions Q Worlds. While we think the current Champions Q population is healthy in terms of competitive players, we also view Champions Q Worlds as an opportunity to be more experimental with access. As such, we're extended this list to include new access criteria. Additionally, players who have admitted to Champions Q Worlds, if they are a former player for Worlds qualifying league, ex-LCS, LEC, LCK, a former player from LCS Academy, reached Challenger and Solo Q this season, located in North America, approved by the Champions Q Council after a thorough review. Players who meet these new requirements can submit an access request by reaching out to their local esports offices. We also want to make one thing clear that has often been mentioned in the community. Playing in Champions Q is not meant to be for content purposes. It is a high-quality practice environment, and anyone who undermines this goal is not meant to be in Champions Q. When Champions Q World is over, we'll return to the original access criteria as established back in February. Conclusion. From the bottom of our hearts, we want to sincerely thank you and the love that you've shown Champions Q Worlds. It means the world to everyone who's helped make Champions Q a reality. We're beyond excited to welcome all the group's teams into Champions Q and can't wait to catch all the games. Looking forward to seeing you in the stream chats. Wide people happy. Okay, so the really good thing about this is now Nemesis, Cat Evolved, whoever else, that's trying to get into Champions Q, like they can actually go there. So I mean, hopefully Nemesis does take up. Hopefully Nemesis does go to NA now, because that would be one of the most exciting things for Champions Q. I genuinely think. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be one of the most exciting things for Champions Q because I think I think he's legitimately one of the best. He's one of the best players in the world, not even just mid laner. So I think that would be really cool. Hopefully, like it's not like too late. Because I mean, there's still like a good 3 weeks of Champions Q that's going to be there. So hopefully, he actually does go out. That'll be very good. Cadril should also qualify for this now, right? So Cadril could actually play in Champions Q. Did Cadril hit Challenger this season? I'm not sure if he actually hit Challenger this season. I know that he was doing something, but I don't know if he hit Challenger. Did he hit Challenger in the season? Did he? He did? Okay, he hit Challenger in the season, so that's going to be really good because he was formerly on XL, so he'll qualify. Cat Evolved will also end up being able to get in. And then a former pro from a World Qualifying League. So, I mean, the thing about this is, does Tarzan not also qualify? Yeah, Tarzan. Oh, was Tarzan not on Oh, no, he was never on LCS Academy. He was on C9's Wild Rift team. Oh, that sucks. Tarzan should actually be allowed in Champions Q. Tarzan should be allowed in Champions Q for sure. Okay, I mean this is gonna be really good. There's also a lot of coaches that are on teams that are actually high MMR that should also now be able to play. Like Selfie, if Selfie's in North America, should be able to play. And then Revan on C9 would be allowed to play, I think. Yeah, I think this makes sense. But yeah, the council might not actually allow him. The council might actually deny him the ability to play. But all in all, I think this is really, really, really good. Hopefully the player, well, Cadrill's there, so Cadrill should play it. Realistically, I mean, I imagine that Cadrill will play it. Well, maybe not. Maybe he'll be burned out from like the cat. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe playing it with the time schedule or the time slot. I'm not sure. I mean, hopefully he'll play it. That'll be good. And then Vigar V2 could play if he goes to NA. Yeah, that's true. Vigar V2 could play if he goes to NA. That would definitely be one. And then yeah, I mean Nemesis going I think is Nemesis going is the most potentially hype and good thing that could happen out of all of this. Nemesis like needs to go. I mean, well, he doesn't need to go, but I think it's the best decision that he can make for like I mean just everything. But also it would shit on so many people that just flame him in like Reddit and YouTube comments and Twitter and like all the Redditards, Twittertards, Discordtards, like everyone that flames on it, like it would be so good. It would be so good. It would be so fucking good. Oh my lord, it would be so fucking good. It would be so good. Twitch tards, like everyone, dude. Everyone. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Alright, let's see if did I miss?